what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to day 2 of the Jingle Jam. I stole that courtesy of Kenny
Love Show. Yes, so cute she is.
I saw it, I downloaded it, and I saw that he played it. And I asked him if I could play it today. It was either that or open up with the moans and the groans.
And you're good. She is adorable, that little girl. What is she, 5 years old?
Apparently so, yeah.
What a great shot that was.
I tell you, and I don't know who edited it. It could have been done better, but the music is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Also, if you want to participate in Jingle Jam, this is not about singing Christmas songs.
What's
that
it
wasn't
about?
a Christmas song.
No, it was not.
Nope. It's about singing happiness. And people are calling us because they want to book themselves. We are taking from December 7th to December 22nd, and a few spots are still open. We're gonna have old friends like Sammy Davis come join us.
You've been booking all morning.
Double Trouble. You've never heard of Double Trouble?
I've not heard of Double Trouble.
It's a female group. They're pretty good. The four of us is something that J&M is bringing, JM Production.
Slick Speaks, yes.
There is, Steve Leeds has a trio. I completely ignore that. Steve Leeds has a trio that is actually singing with JC on Wednesday in concert. And they're bringing the trio here.
Is that the Ultimate Tribute Band?
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
And JC's coming in this Friday.
Wow. JC Dreesen, one of our OGs.
Uh-huh. And Judy, remember Judy?
Judy Mark.
She's coming in on the 17th at 1 o'clock.
Fantastic.
So we're do what we do.
Got
we
him.
have a party here on December 15th.
Okay.
Now, I don't know anything about this party. So if you want to enlighten me,
I wish I could.
do you have any idea what we're doing?
I do not, because apparently Danielle Bourgeon, this is her little shindig that she's putting together because she wanted to give back to the kids and give back to the community. What other way to do best than headshots and donate a toy for kids in need? So if you come on December 15th, probably from about 11 until 2, she's doing a free headshot if you bring a toy for a child for donation. Pretty cool.
You should do it from 9 to 3 because people will bring it in whenever they come in and then they can take their headshot and move on.
We can do that too.
Now, if people want to bring in a toy and not take a headshot, that's acceptable as well.
Absolutely.
The only thing that's not acceptable is they get a headshot and they don't bring a toy.
Just got to bring a toy.
Bring a toy.
Bring a toy for
Bring
donation, and we
a
will get that
toy.
delivered to, I think she's working with homeless families, homeless women and children, is I think who she's earmarked all the toys to go to.
I did not know about this event. I don't know why we haven't been blowing up the circuit with it.
We had to wait till after Thanksgiving, and then I had to wait till after my son got engaged because I was a little preoccupied. But now we're good to go. Now we got about 10 days to blow it out. I know we have to get the video out. Maybe we can have Alana put a graphic design together, as you call them, banners.
Banners.
Or a graphic picture, and we're going to put that out. So December 15th, if you are in the area, please stop by. Bring a toy for the kids, or just come spread some joy. If you want a headshot, come on in. Danielle Bourgeon is sponsoring that.
And I don't know if you guys have it on the board. We have our new mascot for the Jingle Jam.
Oh, do we?
Do we have the mascot picture of Mr. Slickness on the board?
She's going to put that together. I have to thank our crew because we were here Friday, and Friday was a crazy busy day. We kicked off Jingle Jam. We had 27 elementary schools here singing from Somerset Prep down in Miami. They came up.
That was 27 separate schools?
No, that was 27 children from one school.
One school. You just gave me, you said 27 separate schools.
27 kids from
One
Somerset.
school, okay.
Sounds like, and there it is, our mascot of
And
Jingle
there it
Jam.
is. If you see the mascot ever on the screen and you call in, you will be invited to a secret surprise on the 15th.
So it was a great way to kick off Jingle Jam. We had a lot of kids. It has taken us a whole nother day to put the studio back together, but that is what Jingle Jam is all about, spreading some joy and cheering these kids. They were in a parade over the weekend. So amazing. You know, this was the first time they had been on a field trip. They had been out of school, they had been on a bus, or they had performed in public since COVID.
Really?
So a lot of nerves, a lot of anxiety, a lot of anticipation going on. Because think about it. These kids were home. They weren't anywhere. And there they were
And
on
here they
Friday
were.
here.
Then I heard they walked in a parade on Saturday.
That's what I saw.
That's what I heard. So it was a pretty good weekend for
So
them.
thank you to their choir director. We had Shelly Sweetshells as their choir director. Hopefully she'll maybe come sing over winter break as part of our
I
Jingle
didn't
Jam.
even ask.
School
We
gets
should. We
out
have a couple of days
probably next Friday, probably for a couple of weeks, so maybe we can bring her in one day.
Okay.
See what we can do about that.
Yeah, because she's a whole lot of fun.
So a lot of cool stuff. We have our artist, Steven Zwin, joining us. Jojo was in this morning helping you book all of these.
Yes, Jojo actually is going to be here a couple of times because some of these singers are her invitees, and Jojo wants to get involved with the Playhouse.
So apparently you've got some things to announce.
What do I got to do?
I don't know. You told me you did.
What do I got to announce?
I don't know. You said you had a lot of information for the weekend, for the day.
From the weekend or for the weekend?
From.
No, I no. It was just sports and some other stuff that was going on. When did I tell you this?
All right. That was the morning show. All right. So let's say hi to our artist, Steven Zwin. Came in to join us for a little bit.
Hi, how are you?
Did you paint your shoes too?
No.
They came that way?
Yeah, but I do like colorful shoes.
Let's make sure the green light, I think he's on 2 there, Anna. The crew went out, they're hanging some Christmas stockings and making some ornaments. They love having fun here.
What is Anna working on?
An
What, are
ornament.
what is that whole table?
Christmas ornaments, spreading some holiday cheer.
Slick said he didn't get a sock.
He has one. It was hanging in Studio B.
I see. Okay.
How
All right.
was your Thanksgiving? We saw you the day before Thanksgiving. You came for our little luncheon.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. Ate a lot of food. It was great. And then the next day, I stayed home with my dog and ate some turkey, and that was about it.
All right. How are things in the art world?
Great. I'm working on a painting now. It's called Peace and Love.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it's going to be big in letters, and I'm jeweling all the letters,
Wow.
putting crystals on them. And it's going to be, I'm going with basically black, a black canvas, black letters, and I'm going to just have crystals. And they'll be standing out on the canvas, and it'll be like 3D, and that's all you'll see was just jeweled letters.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Very
that's
nice.
yeah, something different for me because I usually use a lot of colors.
So even the crystals are going to be black?
No, they'll be like diamonds.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be spectacular.
Oh, it'll look fantastic on a black background. It'll be great.
Very nice.
Big
Where-
letters too. They're about 6 or 8 inches tall.
Like these over here?
Yes, just like those letters over there.
Wow. And they are heavy, but they are absolutely beautiful. Kenny Love came in and he said every time he sees this, everyone says, Kenny, you have to buy that. You have to buy that. So it's great. Love the life you live. Really, really spectacular pieces we have here.
It is.
That's my phone.
And every time she does that, she gives me a heart attack.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I don't know what happened. My angels in the house seem to have done that.
Interesting. What is the timeline that it takes you to do one of these pieces?
Oh, it takes a while because I have to do each letter, and every jewel I put on there is by hand, one at a time. A tweezers and a tube of glue, and it takes quite a long time. That painting over there probably took me about 2-3 months.
Because you painted the background and then all the letters are raised, three-dimensional,
Right.
and the Google eyes. They're just really, really unbelievable. You got to come in and check it out. You want to add some color and pop to your house or your office? These are definitely the way to do it. So it's Love and Peace are going to be black with
It's peace and love,
Peace and Love.
and the canvas is going to be all black. The letters, in fact, I just painted the letters last night, and they're all black. And when I put the frame on, it's going to be black. Everything's going to be black except the crystals on the, and I think it'll really, really stand out. Like, I think it'll be phenomenal.
Where do you find your inspiration for colors and what you want to do next?
You know, I've always liked colors, and I like bright colors, a lot of color. My inspiration is I think about something I want to do, and maybe I'll go to Michael's and I'll walk around Michael's and see something, and then if I like it, then I'll put it together and I think about it, and then I'll do a painting. Like I got all those letters at Michael's.
Oh, wow.
And everything you see up there, pretty much, I bought at Michael's, except for the rhino. I got that at Z Gallery. And I also bought a giraffe that I liked at Z Gallery.
Interesting.
And then I just put it together and I think about it. And like the painting I'm doing now with the Peace and Love, I thought about it for a while. I was going to do it totally different. I was going to do colors and all sorts of things. And I lay in bed when I'm going to sleep and I start thinking about it and thinking. And I said, I think I'm going to do black this time, just something different for me. No colors, just black with the crystals. And, that's where I get my inspiration.
And it's really interesting because you were not always an artist.
No, way back when I was a musician, and I was on a group called Tarantula on A&M Records in the 60s, 90s, 70s. I was there when they signed the Carpenters. Joe Cocker was the big group on the lot. I was in the music business. I did concerts with Santana and I did a lot of concerts.
What do you play?
Drums. I used to play drums,
Wow.
and I did that since I was 7 years old.
And that was full time. You were.
Yeah, I
that's
was a
what you
full-time
did.
musician for a long time. And then I got to the point where I said, you know, I'm tired of this. I want to maybe settle down. And I had a kid and married and everything. So I went into, and I actually bought a 7-Eleven franchise. And that was totally off the wall. And I kept that for 3 years, sold it, and I got into radio advertising, selling radio. I worked at Kiss FM. I worked for Stevie Wonder, his radio station.
Wow.
And then after that, I moved to New York and Connecticut. And I worked at WLIB, WBLS in New York. And then I was there for quite a few years. And then I decided I was going to change, and I got a job working on direct mail, money mailer, in Connecticut. And that's what I did. I sold direct mail advertising for about 10 years. And so I've been, pretty active.
Do you miss the band? Do you miss music life?
Not really, no. It was amazing. All I ever wanted to do was play drums. I started when I was 7 years old, and I took drum lessons. In fact, when I stopped playing, I was still taking drum lessons. And I was taking from a drummer called Chuck Flores, a great drummer. And I even had students at one time I taught at Wallach's Music City. And this was back in California, in Los Angeles. But I got to the point where, I just stopped playing. I got burned out. So I've not played for a long time, and that's all I ever wanted to do. So it was amazing. I did it for 30, 35 years and then just stopped. And that was it, and I haven't played since.
And haven't looked back.
No.
Well, you must have been pretty good to play with name bands like this, Santana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a good drummer. Yeah, very good. And I also did a concert with Grateful Dead. And
you were playing for the Grateful Dead?
no, Tarantula was in a concert with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we were managed by Ken Heat's manager. And we did concerts with them. And I liked it. It was great.
So what was it like to be, you went on the road, you were traveling, this was all before you got married?
No, I was married.
So how did you do that? And your wife was a big executive in the industry.
Yeah, but I did travel for a while. I didn't particularly like it. It's pretty boring and lonely on the road. And
Can you imagine?
so eventually I said, nah, this is not for me. If I could go out on weekends and do concerts and stuff, that would have been fine. But it got to the point where I didn't really want to get into it.
But the band used to practice, right? You guys used to practice, and then you went on the road,
Yeah,
and then you did home gigs, I guess. Where was home?
Los Angeles.
Okay, so and then there's got to be a lot of places there. So you must have had like a full-time schedule going.
Oh, yeah. We played at the Whiskey. We played at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. It was pretty cool. And when I got out of the business, my wife got into the business. So she was in the music business. She was on RCA. She worked for RCA Records, and then they were bought by BMG Music, and she worked for BMG for forever. She was in the business for 30 years. So it was weird. I got out of the music business, and she got into the music business.
I bet it was different back then.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
about how different it was. Now everything is digital and downloadable. I don't know how people are even getting paid, honestly.
Well, right now, it isn't. Right now, everybody's trying to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah, the music business is not like it used to be.
Not like it, but nothing's like it used to be.
Right.
But from what I hear, there's a lot of different bands and stuff that are starting to make comebacks little by little. The numbers, if you look at football games and look at college football, forget about it. Number of student body, you're looking at 60, 70,000. So I think that little by little, the music industry will come back. It just depends on its delivery of what's going on.
Well, I have a friend who was in the business of making CDs and so forth, and vinyl has come back.
It has.
Yeah, vinyl has really come back, and I guess people really like to touch it, feel it, So vinyl records have come back.
Vinyl records, you know, it's really funny. There's a lot of people that have vinyl records collections, and a lot of people sold them or threw them away and what have you, and they're gonna regret it because my brother had over 40,000 vinyls.
Oh my God, what'd you do with them?
His son allegedly has them. I don't know. It was in the basement of his house, and he had to air condition them so they wouldn't warp. And you have to put them, you have to stack them up with pressure so that they don't warp. And they still warp. Vinyl still warps. But now there's a lot of people asking for the vinyls. And it's funny because we talked about this 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I've got cases of them at my house.
Yeah, don't let go of them and stop painting on them.
And my daughter paints them. I've got two like cartons of them.
Vinyl is making a comeback, and it's funny because everybody talks about the sound. They wanted that pure sound.
Right.
They didn't want that scratchy. You know how the needle goes on this and it makes that noise.
Right. Yeah.
And it plays.
Yeah.
Now they want that. The movies wants that. I was watching Jackie Brown, which is a 1976 movie, and she put on the Delphonics. Remember the Delphonics?
Of course. Yeah.
My goodness gracious, I was playing that all day this morning because I couldn't get it out of my head. And those are the oldies, 60s and 70s.
I got to go through because we have a player back there, right? We have never even turned it on.
I turned it on.
You did? Does it work?
It's brand new.
So I got to go check my house. I got a ton. I got crates of old school.
You should do
They were
that,
my
put 'em back on.
grandfather's, so old.
The problem is that you have to be careful. Slick would have to be very careful when you put the needle on the record because they're not used to doing it.
Right.
You know, they're going to drop it on there, it's going to go boom, boom,
Right,
boom, into the
right.
needle.
Right.
Do you remember the little ones? We'd have to put the little plastic thing in the middle.
What was that called? For the 45s. The
Oh,
little
it was
disc.
the
little disc?
that little disc they put in the center of a 45.
You think about who came up with these ideas. Whoever came up with that disc, right?
Remember, Dylan had a hat.
Yes, it had
and
the
they-
disc on
and
it,
they
right?
put the disc here, and we had for a week asking people what it was for, and nobody remembered what it was for.
When I was playing, I worked at a club in the Valley in LA called the Cinnamon Cinder, and it was owned by Bob Eubanks. And
You know Bob Eubanks?
remember, yeah, I backed the Righteous Brothers there. We had Little Richard play there. We had Ike and Tina Turner play there.
Wow.
Fats Domino. I mean, we had all sorts of, and believe this, Bob Eubanks was the first promoter to bring the Beatles to the United States. And they were playing at the Hollywood Bowl. How much do you think a ticket for the Beatles was back in 1963 or so?
$50.
$4.
Wow.
$4 to see the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl.
Is that the first place they played, or did they play on the Ed Sullivan Show first?
They did the Ed Sullivan Show, but I think the Hollywood Bowl was the first place that they played
Live, okay.
live. And I was playing at the club at that time, and the Beatles came to the Cinnamon Cinder before they went to the Hollywood Bowl, and I just missed them. I'd gotten there because I was working there. I just missed them. And Ringo sat down on my drums supposedly and was playing my drums, and it was amazing. I wish I would have been there because I would have had Ringo sign my drums, but
Let's call him. He's still alive.
yeah, but he won't remember.
That's okay. He will. It's really strange if you tell him, Ringo, you promise you were going to sign this for the kids, and that you make something up. He'll sign it. They always do.
Yeah, it was amazing though. I wish I would have been there to meet the Beatles.
Which is the one band that you played with? Not Tarantula, but that you played with. Do you remember the most?
Well, it would be Tarantula because that was the biggest band that I ever played with.
Did you ever play with another band at all?
Oh, I played with a lot of different bands. When I was doing, hotel work and clubs and so forth, I played with a lot of different bands. And but the Tarantula was, in fact, I've heard that our album is an album that it's very hard to get. And it's worth a lot
It's
of
a
money.
collector's item.
A collector's item. That's what it is.
Do you
I was
have
trying to
them?
think. I have one. Yeah, I do have one.
You have one?
One
How
album.
many did you do?
Well,
How many albums?
we only did one.
Oh, okay. And you got the one.
We wanted to do more, and A&M Records we wanted to put another album out because we had the music for it, and they didn't want to do it at the time because they had just released the first album, and they didn't want to put any money into it. So eventually the band broke up.
It's funny because there was a lot of politics as to length of time and music on an album. What was the name of the movie that I saw? The Who?
Was the name of the album Tarantula, or the
Yeah.
group was? It is
Tarantula. If you Google it, there was one group on there
Bouncing Back. Bouncing Back. Is that you?
No, that's some other Tarantula group later on. But if you go back, you'll see I'm on the album. You'll see the cover.
Let's take a look.
What year?
69, 70.
I'm gonna take a look at that and see.
It has
Kinda cool.
on the front of the album cover is looks like a tarantula with all the wires and everything because we were an electric band. The sax player was electric.
What was your number one song?
Well, we never made it to a number one situation.
But what was the song you considered to be your best?
Well, I liked the Tarantula. It was a dance thing that we did.
and
but-
can that be heard on Siri or YouTube or anything
Spotify.
like
Looks like it's just bringing up my Spotify account to play it.
I don't know. I know if you go online and you find us, there are songs on there that that you can play off the phone.
That's interesting.
Allmusic.com. That's very cool. Wow, we got to learn to see if we can play it, and maybe we can pop it in.
Yeah, our music was very, very different.
1968,
Well, does it say 68?
Tarantula full album. Let's see. That's what it says. I don't know. Did it have a tarantula on it?
It had a picture of these wires coming out of a socket type situation.
That's got to be it. Oh, very cool. All right, maybe go to commercial break and see if we can pull this up.
Let's see if we can find it.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, see if we can pull this up as we kick off Jingle Jam. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. More with Steven Zwin. We'll be right back.
Steven Zwin has been a creative person all his life. Being once a professional musician, now turned artist, he channels his musical creativity into all his paintings. Steven is an artist who explores painting using various mediums, developing a very imaginative and unique style. His paintings are a multimedia composition using acrylic, paint with a variety of mediums and objects to make them 3D. His fascination with these brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones really intrigues the eye. For more information on his work, you can contact him at his website, www.stevenzwin.com, or just give him a call at 914-656-9060.
2020 has been a year like no other. 2020 in the Game is an exhilarating board game where players struggle to collect 270 electoral votes and win the White House. All while navigating through the challenges of a global pandemic, an international toilet paper shortage, the invasion of murder hornets, state of emergency lockdowns, and civil unrest, just to name a few. Roll the dice and see what fate awaits you. Purchase yours today. Available at 2020-thegame.com, Palm Beach outlets, Amazon, and Walmart.com.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
A successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference. Once a professional musician, artist Steven Zwin uses his creativity through multimedia artistic expression. His compositions use acrylic paint to create 3D masterpieces. Steven's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Steven Zwin, contact Steven at 914-656-9060 or stevenzwirn.com.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I don't know what you said.
Something about a warning.
That was a warning? Wouldn't let you do it?
No, I gotta give them more warning than that.
Oh, all right. When you get it up and rolling, then we can do that.
Let me know when you're ready.
That's pretty cool. You ready to roll it? And there it is. So look at that album cover.
very cool. It's nice to be able to hear your. And now it's been a few years since. Do you listen to this music?
I only have it on an album, so I don't have a record player. So I really haven't listened to the album in a long time.
Well, now you can listen to it on YouTube. Is where I found it. All the music is there. All 6 of the songs.
No, we had more than 6, but they have 6 songs on there?
At
Okay.
least 6, if not more.
The
Yeah.
whole album. So how did you meet the guys?
A friend of mine was working at the Musicians Union in L.A., and the drummer that they had left to go play with Janis Joplin. And so he called me, he said, you know, you should join the group. So I went to A&M Records and sat in with him, and I joined the group. And that's how I met him.
Did you go to Woodstock?
No, I didn't go to Woodstock.
Did you try out, or did they just take you on spot?
I think I played with them, you know, and they said, yeah, you can join the group.
How old were you when you joined?
I was 24, I think.
Is that what you wanted to do? Is to do music?
Oh, that's all I wanted to do was music forever, until I did not want to do music.
Well, it's a grind. The music industry is not easy.
But think, Joy, 24, that's like your dream as a musician, right?
Oh, yeah.
You get out of school, you want to go into a band, and you do.
Right.
Your first album, and
We did a movie, not a movie, we did a TV show. It was called the Patsy Awards, and it was it was the first time they ever had it on TV, and Milton Berle was the host.
oh my goodness.
And June Lockhart was on there with her daughter, and a bunch of stars was on there. And then they gave awards to dogs or animals that were on TV, and we played on there, and that was something different, something new.
They gave away awards for dogs.
For the dogs.
Yeah, for acting, I guess. Yeah.
I know Slick would always like to join a band and sing.
Well, those that don't play instruments, I guess, have to sing.
And you,
I did sing though. When I went back into playing in clubs and hotels and so forth, I started singing because I wanted to do that also. So I was singing and playing.
Did you write music?
No, never did write it.
Did you write songs?
No, didn't do that either.
So you were singing a lot of covers?
Yeah, I was working with cover bands. So singing a lot of different stuff. Yeah.
It's interesting because Jojo that was sitting here, she has all these cover bands. One of them is over 60 years of age, and this guy looks like Captain America, and he was on a stage in New York City, and it looked incredible.
really?
What I don't understand is you do all of this, and you put all this work into cover music. All you gotta do is put some lyrics and stuff together, and I guess maybe I don't know.
Really,
what
that's
I'm
it?
talking
So
about.
you should write some music, and
But I can't sing. I don't know.
Slick will sing for you. Oh, yeah. They're busy making ornaments.
He just grabbed this bag and they went everywhere.
We didn't see that.
There's really
We should
something
have
wrong with
Steve
this
make
guy.
an ornament as an artist.
What are you gonna take? Why?
I'll say, yeah, I'll be a nice.
We're gonna play your song because it is Jingle Jam, and we have some songs we had to fill. No, I can't sing for nothing. The only thing I can sing is to complain.
And then how did you transition into art, though? Big difference. I mean, it's a creative space, but a big difference.
Well, I've always wanted to do art and become an artist. And when I retired, when I came here, because I moved here after I retired, and I ran into a painter named Ralph Papa. He's pretty well known in this area. And I asked him if he taught, and he said, yeah. And it just so happened that he was teaching in a clubhouse right down the street from where I live. So I started taking lessons from him, and I just didn't want to be a traditional artist. So when I went to pick up paints and so forth, I looked around at the different things that they had, and they had these gels. And I said, well, I want to buy some of these different gels and experiment and see what I could do with them. And that's basically how I got into it. And then I just started developing my style, and I wanted to do 3D art. I do 2D art also. I do some pretty cool stuff in 2D, but I wanted to get into, I just wanted to paint, and I just started getting my own style. And that's how I developed it.
It's amazing because it is so unique. The 3D, we've got such great art around here, and every piece is different. But the gemstones are just amazing how it comes to life. You know, my mom can't wait to come see your house.
I know. I told her she should come. I told her I painted the house inside with 28 different colors.
You could sell tickets like a tour.
Yeah, everybody always says that. It looks like a museum. Yeah.
You know, the interesting thing is that instruments, and we just discovered this. There are certain artists that will take a violin and they will paint on it. And there are certain musicians that do it, and they sell them.
Right.
And I've been hooked on this thing ever since I saw them. And twice people have offered me the instrument, and twice they have taken them back because they can't part with them. But maybe that's something you should think about, because you are an artist.
Right.
You are a musician. Maybe the cluster of putting them together. Because I had a whole wall prepared for violins.
Do you remember the jeweled pieces that Joe Baby does?
Yes.
Those are guitars. But totally three-dimensional guitars encrusted with jewels and gems and brooches.
Oh, they were beautiful.
They had
And they were expensive, those things, and he sold them.
Thematic, really amazing, because people love that. You know, the beauty of it and the instrument. That's where I learned that a violin is shaped like a woman. I never knew. I mean, I knew the violin shape. I never put the two together of what it is. But it's really interesting.
But Joe Baby does it himself. What I loved about some of the pieces that we have seen is there are other famous players that play the instruments, and she got them to put a piece together.
Yeah.
And to sell. Now, you can go, a lot of the work is done to sell for not-for-profits and things of that nature. I love them. I think that they are spectacular. She couldn't part with them. I says, okay, I got two of them.
She loved them. She loved
says,
them
no,
a lot.
never mind, deal's off, because she couldn't part with them.
Really?
But what I'm thinking here is, because I look at your artwork that's here at the gallery, and I look at how you do things, everything he does is done specifically. You know, everything has to be placed and placed correctly. I think with the instruments, it might be something different. It might be, I think there's a calling for it right now, because musicians and music is what everybody is going towards right now, to feel better.
You know, I've noticed that there's a lot of commercials with name bands playing the background music. And way back in the day, they thought it was terrible to put your music into a commercial. But they wised up, because you can make a whole lot of money.
That's right.
Off these commercials. And there's a lot of bands doing it now. And it's amazing.
That's right. And it's funny because they used to call it voiceover in the day, and the terminology has changed. And when we started this about 6 years ago, we talked about this. As a matter of fact, Blake from FAU and Slick, we sat down over there one day, and we talked how music is being used in movies, commercials, in jingles. It's just different the way it's being used now.
Right.
Because it's not silliness, it's actually a branding mechanism to remember the product.
Of course. And they make money.
Lots of money.
Lots of money.
And people don't do it. I don't understand.
I don't
now,
either.
after you come on here, everybody's going to do it. Watch.
Right. I would like to get my paintings and my art in movies and on TV shows and everything.
Well, we're waiting for them. You know, a lot of budget has been procured for January, February.
He entertains himself over here.
I know. I try to ignore him. But
Oh,
what are you doing?
That's his phone. He's got a phone call telling him to pick up the phone.
What is he doing?
I got like one of the best ornaments.
He's making some ornaments is what he's making. I don't know.
But I think that the art world right now is segueing into music. We put art on every set that we do, on all the sets. We try to move it around as well to change the backdrop. And I think we've asked artists to do their own shows. Mary did hers today, even though it was in Portuguese. And you got to get into the music aspect of what you do. For me, art has always been musical. It always carries the same frequency. And the more art, the more music you add to the art, I think it makes it a whole lot better.
Yeah, you just put it all together when you layer it, right? A piece of your music with when you're creating, it all layers together.
There's a guy who had a wine, came in here with a wine.
Yeah.
When is he coming, by the way?
And that wine, he has singers. And it goes through this fallopian tube thing. I don't know what the hell it is. It goes into this thing. And the frequency of the wine, of the voice, is captured and put into the wine.
Right,
Really?
so when you drink
And
the
they
wine,
think I'm crazy.
it's the energy of the wine.
Really?
Yes,
pretty
and
cool,
he
right?
did it here with Kendra. And I
Sonar
heard that they
Wines.
are having a wine done in her name. I mean, come on. Think about this. So she's going to sell her wine, she's going to sell her music, and it's all interlaced.
Yep, Sonar Wines.
And supposedly it raises.
I guess somebody needs you.
No. I should have turned it off. That's my wolves letting me know I have a voicemail.
Like I said, it's all
The
frequency.
creative mind is all I can tell you.
Yeah, I have a chicken that lets me know I have a rooster that lets me know that I have a text message.
Wow. We actually met Steven through Sharon Rubin, which was through J&M Productions.
Yes.
How
that's
was
right.
Sharon's show?
Great. Yeah. She did really well. She had, they're back in Westchester now, and they might be coming back in April
Oh, okay.
to do some more shows. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
But it was a good show, and I think things are opening up. People are sort of starting to get back to going out and doing some things. We're looking to put together a piece in the spring, so maybe, I don't know, Sharon, we bring her back
Maybe.
down also.
Oh, absolutely. We're still trying to decide in what direction to go, but a lot of the singers you're going to be seeing here, we're talking about either showcase or concert. And it all depends. What are you doing?
Christmas magic, just make sure you maybe glue it when you put it back
What
together.
is he putting it up?
They're making ornaments. 'Tis the season to be festive.
How come the girls did 17 ornaments? They didn't make, oh. Wow.
Stephen, you should make us an ornament. We can do an artistic jeweled kind of ornament. And where else are you showing your art? Here? Anywhere else?
Yeah, actually, I'm at FAU in the theater there. That's where I was. I was there today, dropping off a couple paintings and picking up 2 paintings.
What kind of pieces do you have at FAU?
I just have 2D type right now because they didn't want any 3D because people walking through might be grabbing them.
Yep.
So that's the problem.
That's definitely the hard part. Everyone wants to touch them and feel them, and they're heavy, but they're spectacular. If you need a statement piece in your home, these are definitely the pieces to take a look at. 100%.
Actually, I was going to ask you, have you been to Art Basel? Art Basel started in Miami, no?
Yeah,
Over
it
the
did.
weekend?
Yep.
In fact, my friend Ralph Papa, he went to Art Basel and he videotaped it all, and he sent me the video so I could see it. I don't even have to go there. He said in his email that it took him 3 hours to get back to Boynton
I'm
from
sure
Miami.
it did.
Yeah,
So-
the traffic is crazy.
Yeah. So, but so I basically saw he videotaped everything and put music to it, and so I saw Art Basel.
Well, it's nice to see people are back out and doing things,
It
though.
is, it is. And again, it's a safety issue and whether or not you're comfortable with it, but there's nothing like visiting Art Basel and watching it. I remember I did some shoots down there for people, and my goodness gracious, you talk about crowds. I had to put a thing around the cameras because it got so packed. See, I wouldn't do it today. I have no intention of going down there today. I've lived through that life. I went through that whole thing.
That's why you got to live life when you're young, like these guys. Like when you joined a band at 24 and whatever you were doing at 24. At 24, I was having babies, so that's a whole other thing. But you got to live your life when you're 24.
How was I doing when I was 24?
See, and now at your age, your mature age, you don't want to be going into the crowds doing shoots. You don't want to be playing drums on the road in a band, right? So
No.
you got to enjoy life when you can enjoy life.
Oh, I don't mind being with a band going on the road as long as I'm with the band and not in the crowd. I got no problem with that.
It didn't look like Art Basel in Miami was that busy though, and when he was videotaping it.
What time did he film, though?
I don't know, but it didn't look as
Because
normally.
Art Basel doesn't explode till after 8 o'clock.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
8 to 10, 10 to 12, forget about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, I
he
tell
must
you.
have done it in the day, during the day.
Oh, yeah, that's the safe. That's when we went down. And then we hung out on the beach or South Beach or whatever because we knew we had to get down there early. Because if you try to get down there at night, you found out 2.5 hours to get down there.
Yep.
So
That's why you got to go in style.
And you got to be smart. And the problem
Yeah.
down there with the Art Basel is the parking because you got to pay for all day.
And actually, this weekend is the Winterfest Boat Show, so that's back this year also. So again, another parking problem.
Always. It's not. You have to do what I do when I go see the Marlins and the Mets play.
What's that?
Go to Conchita's house, right across the street from the. And she remembers me. And I send her a turkey every year. I says, if I go see the game, you remember me? Yes, Antonio. Yeah, I remember you. $10. That's it.
That's the way to do it.
Until I get there.
That's the way to do it. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with our Monday, getting ready for the holiday season. Monday's always a little bit of a kind of catch-up day, which is good because after Fridays, we definitely need it. So, how do you like our decor?
It's very, how do you say?
Sparkly?
Sparkly. It's all over me.
That's a beautiful thing. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact sunrisecoffeenews@mail.com or give them a call at 954 951 7870.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You kind of like, I don't know, prompt them.
I have it on the board.
You don't give them enough time to find it.
And slide it up. Yes, you do. It's right next to, it's right in the middle of the board. It says, underneath the little girl is Slick Song. You want to bet $1? What'd she say?
She's so serious.
I'll bet you $1.
So I got to ask, we have Steven Zwin with us, one of our in-house artists, and very creative mind. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
I figured you're out.
I'll be right back.
You'll be right back here and we'll try and find the
I'm
board.
going to make me $1.
You're going to prove your point? How do you measure success as an artist?
I guess selling your paintings and getting well known and how much you can sell them for. I think that's when you become successful. And it's hard to become successful in getting well known because it's, you know, you've heard of the saying starving artists. Well, there's a lot of great artists out there that are starving, unfortunately. It's like being a musician. You know, you want to get that record deal, you want to get played on the radio, and it's very, very difficult to get a record deal. Back in the day when I was younger, they used to get at the radio station maybe 2,000 45s a week.
Wow.
And out of that 2,000, if one was played, you were lucky. And it was amazing. It's difficult. Art is difficult. Music is difficult. And I just happened to pick both.
But you've been very successful, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Yes. I always made a living and when I was a musician, which was good. And now, you know, I love what I'm doing with the art.
You got to love what you do to actually, it's a labor of love as an artist and a musician, because you're not in it and you want to be successful, but you know the money isn't always as easy as, say, some other jobs that you can actually equate what it costs to do things.
Right.
So it's different. Did you find what you're looking for?
Of course.
Of course you did. And how do you think the arts help you in other areas in your life? And because the kids in education, they're taking the arts away.
Well, myself, I like doing it because it mellows me out. You know, if I'm uptight or something, I'll just go and start working on a painting, and I forget about everything that's going on. And I mean, they should not stop the arts in school. They really, really need that. But unfortunately, they don't want to spend the money, I guess.
The kids need the arts. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have the arts, I mean, you learned to play drums when you were 7.
Yes.
So imagine not having that outlet.
Right, right. And I started when I was 7 years old, and I started taking lessons. And not once did my parents ever have to tell me to practice. I used to go into the basement, because I lived in Detroit at the time. We had basements. And I would go down in the basement, and I would sit there for hours and hours practicing. And I would listen to records of Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. and I'd hear something on the record that they played, and then I'd go back to my drums and try to play it, back and forth, back and forth. But they never had to tell me to practice. That's all I wanted to do.
Did you ever play an instrument?
Yeah, they made me play the cello.
The cello? Really?
Yes, I wanted to play the sax, but I had braces at the time. So they made me play the cello. I was so upset. I became rebellious. I was one of those guys who I would play plucking it. And the teachers, they knew I was upset because all my friends went to band. So they still gave me an A because they knew what they did was wrong to me.
Yeah.
But I learned to play the violin, the viola, and the cello.
Really?
I hated every minute of it. I hated.
Practicing. No one wants to practice.
I used to take it home because everybody thought it was cool carrying that big monstrosity
Right.
with the little machine gun case. And when I got home, I put it in the corner. And Monday morning, I took it to school. I never practiced. I didn't care. I was anti-music at the time. My brother was a great player. He played guitar, he sang. He didn't like the drums too much, but he played every other instrument, self-taught. He would memorize songs in his head by listening. He got to play with Santana a little bit down in the Bronx, which I thought was amazing. I got to move the speakers around. But me and music didn't have that kind of relationship until I lost him, he passed away. And then I knew what Harry was all about. It came to me that music is really important in all our lives, especially now. And you have 2 of the 3 key ingredients going for you because you got music and you have your artistry. And when you put it together, that's when you're going to find out that when you put it together, it's going to sell both your art and your music.
Right.
Why is he talking to
He's
himself?
singing. He's dancing.
Can somebody come and get this guy? There's something wrong with him.
He's making us all ornaments. But it's the creative space when you do, like we do in production, we can layer radio and TV and video and all the elements, the commercials. It's all the creative space, and people don't always realize what it takes when you're in a creative mind, right? All of this does something. And then you add the music to it, it just elevates the creativity.
And it's true because you have to be able not only to create, but you have to be able to dispense. You have to be able, as an artist, you have to be a businessman. You have to be a marketer. You have to interview well. You know, you are a reflection of your art. So you have to open up in avenues you've never had to do before, even in your music career, because your artistry has a different frequency.
Right.
There's a different touch to what you do. And it's, you know, you have perfection. I can see it. I can see it on how you place your skills. I can see it. I can sense it. And that is high pitch. And that's, you know.
Yeah, I'm very particular when I do my art. You know, I just visualize it, and everything is like you say. It's got to be just so. You know, everything has to be placed.
Has your art changed over the years?
Not really. No, I think I'm better at it because when you start out, you know, you're trying to get the skill and the creativity and everything. I think I'm better at it now, but it's about the same.
Because we look at some of the other artists and we can sort of tell what mood Amy was in when she paints some things. And Jay also, he has his whole COVID series, and they're all dark. They're all on black canvases with white and graphite pencil.
Right.
And then as we moved through COVID, everything became more pop art and more colors. And it was just as his mood went through the past 2 years, you could see the change in his artwork. And this is his latest. We're in good hands with the baby. So he's combined right on the table. So that's all done with Sharpie.
He's amazing.
He's amazing, right? He just did that last week in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, he is amazing. I met him before, and at another gallery he was in, and he is just amazing. It's that how he does art with a pencil. It just amazes me.
What's getting to me, I had asked Jay 6 years ago for a specific deal that I want to do with him, specifically. But it's a timepiece. You have to be able to do the art piece in an hour. And he's gotten faster and faster, and the work has not suffered. whatsoever. This one he did in 45 minutes.
Like about an hour and a half. And I mean, just look at that baby's face. It's
I know
just,
it.
we don't even know who the baby is. It's just spectacular. What are we doing? This has got to be Freddie's, and this has to be mine. Here you go. We can't give him, I can't give you puff paint on these chairs, though.
They said not to get it on your clothes.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
this later.
Alana painted her blouse.
Yeah,
And then
we're,
she took a wet towel and she put it on her chest.
we're not
I
going to
thought
go
she was
there.
pregnant and was lactating. It was ridiculous. Her whole blouse is wet.
What's wrong with you?
Her whole blouse is wet. And she's making it worse because she's rubbing it in. This paint, forget about it. Never
Because
comes
it's
out.
fabric paint. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't come out. And
But it'd be kind of cool. I'm going to change the subject
Ah.
to do a collaboration between maybe some of Jay's pieces and what you do. Amy's collaborated with Robin Weiss, and some of her pieces are amazing. They're now hanging up in North Carolina. She did the guitar piece, and the strings have all been rhinestoned. And now I think it's hanging up in a music school up in North Carolina at one of the universities. You and Jay would be kind of cool to collaborate.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to him about it.
Because he's worked with the Light Up artist before, and they put that piece together. And Robin was amazed by your work, and then you happened to show up when she was here.
Right.
She wants to come back and do something for the holidays.
well, the funny thing is that you are a musician. You know instruments. You know
Right.
what they do. You
Right.
can actually create an artist version. What you do with the rhinestone. I mean, you're sort of like all these people in one.
Right. Yeah, but I don't paint with moods. I don't have a mood when I paint. Like you say, Jay, he was in a mood situation with COVID. I don't paint that way. I just get it. I see something and I get an idea, and I do it. And it just doesn't depend what kind of mood I'm in.
Art will always speak volumes. If you put it out there, it will speak volumes. And if people come in here, they're going to see all different types of pieces of things with the hands, which I always found. And you're right, I had to move it up higher so people won't come over and try the rings.
Yeah.
So we moved it.
You got to move it so people don't touch it. But it's so interesting to see how art changes in different pieces. And when you can collaborate together and do things, it's a win-win.
And thinking out of the box. A lot of the musicians nowadays, we were talking to Ebony, and she was saying, it's true. You have to find a niche out of the box that you can control. You still have to be in control of what you can do.
Right.
But it has to be a niche that's a little bit different.
There's a lot of entertainers and musicians that are very good artists because they're creative, and they like Tony Martin is good. Sylvester Stallone, he paints. I saw a painting of his that they had it on TV one time.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So I think creativity is, and an artist, an entertainer, whatever. You always have that creativity.
Who was the guy, Slick, from the Olympics that was knitting?
Oh, yes.
He was knitting.
He got the gold medal, the swimmer.
Of the swimmer, right, and he was knitting everything, sweaters and pockets to put the medals in, because
Tom Daly? Tom Daly.
it's a way of relaxation sometimes for people, whatever it is.
It's a cope, especially through the pandemic. Picked up many.
Do you knit?
But do you remember the football player, Rosie Greer?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he was on that TV show I was at, and he was knitting. That was his big thing.
Really?
He used to knit. And he was standing there knitting while we were, doing the show, and yeah, it's amazing.
Who was the guy who broke the shooter when he shot John F. Kennedy, the brother? And the football
Sirhan?
Yes. Wasn't it Rosie Greer? He broke the guy's thumb to take the gun away from him.
I don't remember.
I think it was Rosie Greer.
Yeah, maybe.
I gotta look
might
it
have
up.
been, yeah. Yeah.
But you realize everyone needs a way to release stress, to get out of the zone and just do what you got to do.
It's funny because Amy interviewed the drummer of the band, Def Leppard.
I think so.
It was a band. I think it was Def Leppard.
Def Leppard, yeah.
That he's a painter.
He's an artist, right?
He's an artist.
He had a showing here at the Boca Mall.
And he brought his artworks, and she interviewed him. It was
I saw his art over there.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal,
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
saw his art.
which is very cool. And we actually have that big piece that Stacy Mandel made for you to put on the bay door that we have to.
Yes, I have to
figure out how to hang that.
No, I figured it out. I just got to move everything again. We should hang it.
We definitely should hang it. Maybe we could even put
But
it
you
on
keep
the banner.
opening the bay door.
I only did that once.
Yeah, did you like it? As you saw the canopy go down the street?
It was crazy on Friday. We opened the bay door, opened to set up a tent. We got to get weights for the tent. And then the tent went flying down the parking lot.
Really?
Yeah, that was my fault.
I got to get those.
I never thought it was going to happen.
I got to get big weights to put on, like the U's
Barbells.
or something that goes right around. They make tent weights that go right around it to keep it in place. So maybe I'll get you that for Christmas.
You're going to get it for me?
Uh-huh. Yeah, slick. I'm going to buy them for Freddie for Christmas.
Got to.
All right, we got to see what's up next with Jingle Jam. What's the best way for people to reach you, Steven?
They can call me on my cell phone, 914-656-9060. And they could look at my website, Steven Zwin, ZWIRN.com, and see all my paintings. And they can email me also. And that's it, pretty
Do
much.
you have a favorite
Pardon?
piece that you've ever created?
I like all my stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
And if somebody has an idea for something and you can do it, you do them. You do it for them as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. If they have an idea and then I can do, like a 3D piece or a 2D piece that I can do for them. Sure, if they have something they have in mind.
More to come. All right. Thank you so much, artist Steven Zwin in our studio. Come on by, a great holiday gift. They've got all different sizes, small ones that look like a Tiffany box to me, the one that we have in the lobby, to this large Love the Life You Live. Amazing pieces. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're getting ready for a Jingle Jam. Slick, you ready to put a piece together? Yeah. All right, ornament making at its finest. It is the holiday season here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. It's a little quiet, everyone, so getting ready. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon. And remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious. Made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing. Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind, Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go! Welcome to our website. We've got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
I got you. God rest you, merry gentlemen. Let nothing you dismay. For Jesus Christ, our Savior, was born upon this day to save us all from Satan's power when we gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Stars International.
Wow, is all I got to say.
It's nice, right, Alana?
It's very unique.
You have a whole box of things. So you're going to pick up all those little balls one by one. Wow.
What are you doing?
Wow, was all I can say.
It's the holiday. It's the holidays.
There is glitter, literally everywhere.
I should
on
bring
the
Chuck
floor.
in.
What?
I should bring Chuck in.
Oh my! You can't get that.
Her mom says she can get it out.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna stay right here, because I was apparently told not to say anything.
Yeah, you can't say anything like that you said. It's all like no innuendos.
It's not an
for
innuendo.
you.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
I didn't know you were doing the gesture.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, I have to say, if anyone's looking for some holiday gifts, we've got some great art holiday gifts right here at our studio. The pieces behind us, I've got the cupcakes behind me, and you've got a glittery turtle behind you, which would explain all, not all, some of the glitter on you. The other glitter is unexplainable. From Gina Presser, she is starting her show this week, and she's made a nice little quiche to be on the show. She's
Listen,
making
Officer Krumke,
delicious
be very
food.
careful when you're throwing people under the bus.
I would
Because the
never.
bus will back up and run over you.
But both of these pieces are for sale. Everything you see on this set. I think the cupcakes or the turtle make a great holiday gift.
I think so too. And we're doing 2 for 1 and blowout sales. Come and talk to us. Jay's having a super sale.
Buy one and get one 50% off. That baby, I don't know who that baby is, but I love that little baby face. You're in good hands. I feel like it's an insurance commercial.
Was a baby.
I mean, if you don't smile when you look at that picture, our very good friends who I met when Chelsea was 2 months old, and the little girl was 3 months old at the time. She now has her own baby. So they came over on Saturday, and oh my gosh, such a beautiful baby. I'm like this grandma age, but I'm not the grandma, but oh my gosh. When your babies start having babies, you're already there. I'm not there yet, so.
What does that mean?
When your babies have babies, when they grow up and see babies, it's not the same for you. When you look at these babies and you're just like, oh, they're so
kids.
Smushy and beautiful, and they smile and they melt your heart.
Then they grow up and they look like him and her.
Don't they melt your heart, these two?
No, they don't. No, it's like a broken pencil in my ear.
She's getting ready for the South Florida Fair. Taylor is getting ready to run her first marathon this Sunday. They're all growing up and doing all kinds of great things. Taylor, though, you gotta love Taylor. She sits on the board Friday. Did you check her pulse?
No,
because
what's wrong with her?
she doesn't move. Nothing phases that girl.
No, she is cool, calm.
Always
and
cool,
collected.
calm, and collected. It's
And
pretty
she's
amazing.
running when?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Maybe it's
Do we
from
know
running.
where it's at?
We have to find out where the marathon. I think she sent us the information, so we got to check that out.
We gotta
also.
go up there. Again, we are calling any singer who's out there that wants to join the Jingle Jam. As you can see, you can be almost any kind of singer. As you heard Slick.
So I got to ask you about the art here. Do you have a favorite piece based on the day, or just your mood, or in general?
That one right over there.
The horses?
I don't see no horses, but yes, that would be my most favorite.
You don't see horses in there?
No.
Really? I see quite a few. I asked Amy when she did that if she intentionally started making them as horses. She said no. She just painted and then she saw the horses and then started outlining them.
Now, I will tell you, when you took apart the studio on Friday, you threw me off my game.
When I took it apart?
Yes, you disrupted my mojo.
Slick, when I took it apart.
The one right there, Alana.
The red, the purple, the white. You don't see horses?
I don't see
There's
it
a
either.
few.
It's actually 2.
I think there's about 5, she said. If you can
No, I
find the
don't see
horse.
it. I see
Slick, we
2.
should take a picture and post it. Can you find the 5 horses?
But when you and Slick took apart the studio on Friday, it threw me off my mojo.
Really?
Yes, I sat down. I didn't talk. I didn't say nothing.
I know.
You changed everything. Open up the bay. This maniac is still on the piano. He's all over the place. He took out the box. You moved stuff around. I was very quiet.
I know you were. How are you now?
And now I'm back. You put stuff back.
It wasn't me, by the way, but I'm taking the blame for this, which is all okay.
It was you and Slick.
We had to let 30 children in here to sing.
I understand that, but you took the studio apart.
Not
First
really.
of all,
We just moved everything around in the back.
you took everything out. You took the banners. You took the tiki bar, Slick's corner. You opened up the bay. You moved everything, recessed everything back. Everything. Where's your mic?
And now you can breathe a little bit more, right?
It was bad juju. I think, as you can tell, there was a lot of juju, good, better, and different. But it just changed the delicate balance of me in here. And Faith Washington was sitting there and she says, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Nothing." She says, "You don't get up." I said, "No, I don't." I as you could tell today, if I get up, bad things happen. So I'm just sitting still.
Yeah, you're like a bull in a china shop. Why is that?
I'm not a bull in a china shop. Yeah. I had to help set up the set.
And what happened?
Stuff happens.
And things happen. We've got a lot of things going on here. This looks like a little cozy little nook over there. You've got a snowman, a little lamp, the little tiki light. You guys got a whole little...
Where did that stuff come from?
Lady Ashley party planning.
She put that in?
Oh my gosh, so I had Mini Donut World. They delivered Aaron pulled up to the house yesterday, and a white Lexus pulls up, and he thinks it's me. So he's kind of waving me down to move my car so he can pull into the driveway. And out comes not me, and 2 boxes of mini donuts, the infused donuts. And he's like, oh my gosh. They put Aaron Ashley's picture right in the middle on the donut boxes. Everyone was like, oh my God, these donuts are spectacular. My sister-in-law, Leah, she took every pipette out and started tasting them all, drop by drop, trying to figure out what was in each pipette and how they were paired together. So it's a great party event, the little mini donuts.
So she drank all the booze?
Not all of it. She drank the booze. My mother-in-law ate the donuts. You know, it kind of, you come together and join in synergy.
She drank all the booze. She went like this and handed the donut. Like this.
I think, and I've got more, I'll bring them in tomorrow, but they were amazing. They delivered everything at 2nd Street Bagel and Deli. They
delivered too?
They delivered everything.
Now, is she going to sing for us?
Oh, we should ask her to pick a day on Jingle Jam to come in and sing. Kara from 2nd Street. They actually have a band.
Do you know that Kara sings the Star Spangled Banner at the Miami Dolphin games?
Does she?
She told us.
Someone else told us they had a band. They were bringing in a couple-piece band. Who was that last week?
I don't know, Dawn.
They said they've got a drummer. They've got. Do you remember who it was, Slick? We had a guest in last week who said they were going to bring in their band.
You don't remember? And you're the man in charge.
Ebony.
Ebony, thank you.
Ebony.
Oh, you don't have Ebony on your list, and she's coming in on the
You gotta call Miss Ebony.
that Friday
yes.
the 17th
Miss Ebony. Hopefully he didn't forget about
with
you.
her 5-piece band.
Really? You didn't tell me that. At what time is she coming?
She's coming at 11 to set up her 5-piece band. Who else you got?
Judy.
And so I guess we're gonna have a big music day.
You have to speak up.
So it's okay. We could have more than one.
Yeah, but I have
And
opens.
we can start.
Bless
You. We can start 30 minutes early.
We can have more than one for sure.
But I have opens.
Okay.
I'd like to cover maybe the 14th and 15th.
So why don't we move Judy to the 14th or 15th?
I have to make a phone call.
Make a phone call. Talk. My people can talk to your people. But yes, the Ebony Diaz show, I believe, will be starting in January, I think.
And how's Dawn doing?
She actually
Dawn
is
too.
having her sale yesterday and today. We should head down after the show today, go down to that pawn shop.
Do you know where it is?
I do. Right on Federal Highway, see what she's selling. She has a beautiful iCart print. If you like iCart or an Erte prints, the women that are very
Don't know what that is.
robust and beautiful. So she said, I'll clean it up and you can have it for the studio. Except if you know iCart and Erte, not all the women are clothed. So I don't think it's an appropriate piece for the studio, but she wanted to give us something.
What is it with you people today?
Why?
Art is a naked
Where
beauty.
would we put a beautiful
Right in the middle
woman?
of the floor.
You're going to put Exactly. You're going to put a beautiful woman in the middle of the
I
floor.
will cover her during the kids show. I got to see it.
So maybe we'll go down. Let's go down. You guys want to head down to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop.
It's right in Deerfield,
Pawn
and
shop.
take a look. Let's do a
Pawn shop.
experiment shoot for the Fun Freddy.
The fun.
Remember how you do Crazy Eddie? We can do Fun Freddy or
could
Crazy
do that.
Freddy.
We could do.
We got
fun.
Anna here. We can take a little zhuzh and
A little what?
Zhuzh and zhuzh and do that.
Okay.
So Gina's bringing quiche on Thursday. You got to get on the quiche board. You got to get on the quiche
I
train.
don't like quiche
How do you not? You love eggs. You love ham and cheese. How do you not love quiche?
because it has a very funny flavor to it.
It depends what you put in it. What do you put in it?
Quiche. What's
No.
in quiche?
It depends what flavor you like. Like I could. Yeah. You don't need that either. How old are
I
you?
don't like it.
Let me introduce you to my friend, the picky eater over here. Do you know, speaking of picky eaters, I thought of you. There is a shortage of chicken nuggets.
Oh no!
What are you talking about? I went to McDonald's yesterday. I had 20.
There is a shortage of chicken nuggets, and apparently this is a thing, or chicken tenders. This is a thing.
Two different things.
Exactly.
Chicken tenders and chicken
tenders.
nuggets.
I'm sorry. There's
Chicken
a shortage
tenders
of
is
chicken
real
tenders.
chicken.
It's the tenderloin of.
It's longer nuggets.
Can you believe? I
Longer
always thought they
nuggets.
were longer nuggets, but apparently they are not.
Have you guys ever had chicken tender pizza?
Is that like barbecue chicken pizza?
They do that too. They put the chicken piece on there and they put the white cheese on top. Oh my God.
There's a shortage of maple syrup and chicken tenders.
Do you
I
have,
think the media makes things up just for
do
stories.
you have chicken and waffles? You ever had that?
No, I bet Slick would like that.
Those are nice.
Chicken and waffles?
You don't like chicken and waffles?
Unbelievable.
You don't like nothing. You don't like chicken. You don't like waffles. But you don't like them together.
So
They say she does cute food.
it's cute food. It's cute food.
The hell's a cute food?
Ask
Like
Slick.
cute food. Like
Slick
it's
said
like
she eats
cute food. It's kind of like it's like chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, mac and
It's
cheese.
like marriage and dating. You can date a girl, it's great. When you marry her, not so much.
Really?
Why do you do this? Like, why are you just
Wow.
like the dark cloud of union? Just dark cloud of
I
union.
want to see what he says.
The dark cloud of what it is.
Of come
All right,
on.
so what's our first at Jingle Jam? Is
Oh.
it this week?
It has to be.
Yes, it starts on the 9th, but we have 2 open dates. Tomorrow and Wednesday are open.
And we start Thursday? With whom?
Kendra.
Oh, nice. And then Friday? JC Dreesen.
Dreesen.
Oh my gosh. If you guys have never heard JC Dreesen, you got to tune in for this show on Friday. She is Barbara Streisand at her finest.
And she's hilarious too. Then I got the 14th I have open. The 15th is the party. So maybe the 14th I'll move Judy, and then that way the 17th I'll have Ebony. Let me call, I got to call J&M Productions.
Okay. Sounds good to me. We also have Kid Safe joining us on Monday the 13th.
Oh, wait a minute. Tomorrow, Slick, you're supposed to sing with Salsa.
Wednesday.
That's on the 8th?
She only comes on Wednesdays, yeah.
Okay, so you and Salsa have a duet on Wednesday.
You need to check that.
She told me.
I'm supposed to sing with her?
She sings when you ask her if she sings.
She said that her and Slick has something cooking. Is that true?
Me? I got something cooking?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, my voice is ready for anything. I can sing
Yeah, but
Mariah
I'll
Carey
wait.
right now.
But I'll
But like,
wait.
I didn't know I had something
And
cooking.
I heard Alana
What?
is going to tap dance to your beat.
I don't think about that. I know Alana and Valerie and Anna, they're working on like some steps for a song there.
Next week for the party?
Valerie doesn't dance.
They do. They do. A new graphic of me? You're.
I would be you, Flat Freddy.
He's a flat Slick.
All right, ready?
No, but they're thinking about what is it?
She
They're
did?
thinking about some. They got some new some holiday dance moves.
We'll
Gotta
have to
keep it
re-upload
PG
it.
as possible for.
What?
The Flat Freddy.
You don't have to re-upload it. Just forget about it. Moving on.
That means upload it.
We got some steps for a holiday dance. You know,
What kind of steps?
just regular PG type steps for a holiday dance. It's a rendition of Sleigh Ride. So I'm trying to see if I can make a compilation.
The Jingle Jam cannot function
Say
without.
less. Don't worry. Don't
Slick.
worry. Yeah.
Jingle Jam can't function without some dancing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying. Okay, I'm gonna do it first so everybody feels comfortable.
We have to bring in
It's
some
gonna be nice,
dancers.
nice steps. Dancers. What type of dancers?
In other words, people that want to get up and dance.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
See,
Yeah.
nobody wants to dance on Monday, as you
I
can
know.
tell.
It's kind of yeah.
Don't
But
you have to get up
but the
and
thing about it
dance?
is everybody was up for it this weekend. That's the thing. Everybody said yes, yeah, cool, no problem.
I dance every
No
Friday.
problem.
You're not here.
They come in on Monday. They tell me no, and I'm like, what's going on? I thought we were.
Does Freddie dance on Fridays?
No, not at all.
Yes, I do.
No, not at all.
I'm
This
on
is your
this
dancing
end,
move
and you're
on
the other
Friday.
side. No, I get up and I get people to
Dawn?
dance. I got
Yeah.
Eileen to get up to dance. I even got Big John to get up and dance.
Oh yeah, Big
John
John
loves
There's a whole
dance.
lot of men to pick up.
Oh
that
yeah,
dance.
and Ashley did dance. Me and Big John, we
Ashley?
were dancing. Me and Ashley we were dancing.
Yeah.
We were.
More to come. All right, everyone, let's wrap this up. Have a fantastic Monday. If you are looking for a great deal for holiday gifts, Dawn 2 is having a great blowout sale of some antiques, handbags, luggage. We'll put that information up at the Hawk Pawn Shop in Deerfield, right on Federal, north of Hillsborough. So right near the radio station on your way down.
What are you talking about?
The pawn shop.
Where we're going?
Yeah.
It's right by the radio station?
Correct.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Very close to the radio station. So on your way down
Very
to the
cool.
station, we're going to head over there now.
Very good.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Jingle Jam, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
It's on Federal?
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly